Oh, okay. Hi, 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 hi. Someone is here already. So please, I don't know, today we'll try to see if comment section would be working. So if you don't mind, you try to drop your comments. Let me see whether I can see it. Okay, we have 3 persons here now. Try to drop your comment. Let me see if we can see it because this one is live. This one is not private. Yesterday was private. Okay, yeah. Beautiful. I can see comments today. I can see comments today. I like that. Okay, okay. I can see your comments. So that's nice. So let's wait for some more persons to join in. Today my face will not be showing throughout. Once the guest is up, we would okay, once the guest is up, we would get him on. Sorry. So I'm waiting for some more persons to join in. So once they've joined in, we would start and our guest is still here to join in. Meanwhile, how are we doing? How is our day? How is how are we preparing ourselves for the program so far? How are we doing? Drop it on the comment section. How are you doing? I'm so glad that you guys can type. I can read your comments. We can interact. So please drop on your comments. How was your day? How are you doing? How are you preparing for the competition, which is starting tomorrow? If you're speaking, how are you feeling? Let me know. How are you feeling? Are you feeling nervous? Are you comfortable? What are you thinking? Just drop your feeling in the comment section. Let me know if you're joining. Welcome, 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 welcome. So just drop your feeling in the comment section. Let me know how you're feeling about. Let me know how you're feeling about tomorrow. Yeah, Madu Gloria said my day was really fine. Thank God for that. Francis said well productive. Amazing. Okay, please more persons should join in. More persons join in. Today is the last day of the training. Tomorrow it starts totally. Onafoye Mojisola said, my day was fine. Pardon me, I hope not to murder anybody's name here. Omo Ibu, I be Igbo girl. So I can see your chance. Just drop it. How was your day? How are you feeling about tomorrow? The competition will be starting proper. The competition for the grand prize, which I know is one of the reasons why most of us are here. So we'll be starting the competition tomorrow, and I don't know, but somehow I can't wait to even listen to the speeches, hear what's be going on, hear what people have to drop and all that. So please just tell me how you feeling about the competition that will be starting tomorrow. Are you feeling nervous? Hell, or now for you. Sorry, I'm sorry. Oh. I'm sorry. Don't mind me. After I drop a voice note on the group chat and pronounce your name, let me hear now. Please let's join in. Mercy said my day was simple. Amazing. Beautiful. The minimalist. Let's join in. Let more people join in. Oh, we're waiting for some more persons to join in so we can start. Meanwhile, people have answered though. How are you feeling for tomorrow? How are you feeling? Let me know. Off room said, I am nervous. I don't even know what to expect. If you're yesterday class, you're not supposed to be nervous. You're supposed to be a little bit confident. So let me hear from others. It's not it's not strange to feel nervous. I mean, why not? You can be nervous. It's a competition, so you can be nervous. So how are you feeling? Moses said today was stressful, but then again, God got me. Yeah, God got you. I'm anticipating this. All right. So, how are you feeling for competition is starting tomorrow? Competition is starting tomorrow, guys. Guys. Let me know how you are feeling. Mm, 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 mm. Every other person should join in. Let us start. We don't have all the time. I don't know. Someone is saying that she can't access the video on YouTube. Go. Ah, why not? It's on YouTube. You guys are not giving me vibe here. How are you feeling about tomorrow? I want to know what's the feeling like? Francis, you said you can't access the video too. I'm talking about this video particularly. Oh. I hope people are not clicking. You're on the live already, so which other type of access are you looking for? If it's for the last one, then don't worry. Like I said, I'm going to try to make it available for us. I kind of put it on a private. I did not want it to be so obvious. It's on my YouTube channel, so I did not want it to be visible to all. So, but after this program, after this training today, I'm going to try to make it accessible to all so that you can see it. Moji Sola said, I'm not nervous, but you can think, but just thinking of what you can ask us to speak about. I'm not the judge. I'm just one of them. So, um, I can't even say. Messi said, YouTube Go, as I heard, have deactivated something like that. Yeah, so I told the person to use the normal YouTube. I don't know if is it that YouTube Go is cheaper or something. More persons are joining. So guys, I don't know, but I was hoping we reach up to 15 before we start up. Oh, feeling so I can't even explain, Sha, on God. Oh, Moses, just calm down. See, let me use this opportunity and start gisting people. My competition, the first competition I ever attended as a public speaker. I can't really remember the first one, but let me just randomly tell people about the ones I can remember. I can remember one of the competitions I attended as a public speaker. That was, I think, in Unilorin. No, not Unilorin. That was in University of Port Harcourt or Michael Opera University in the East here, Abia State. I can remember they give us a topic, and in that, anyway, let me just continue because the last speaker already gave people a clue of things to expect. So it's not like I'm giving people any expo. They gave us like we folded topics, they just folded paper. That one was a physical tournament. So they folded papers and then we were asked to pick. So when I picked a topic. When I saw the topic, I was like, wait, am I supposed to get something, the content for this? I think I wanted to chicken out because some persons were chickening out. But then the thing is, I feel like one thing that helped me was the fact that I was like, okay, grateful. Truth is that there is a content for this topic. That's why it was given. So you're going to do it. Do you get? So there was a content for this topic. There was something that is it is possible. And that was how I started racking my brain. And that one was like it was on the spot. So you have just like we had just like 2 minutes to prepare or 3 minutes to prepare. On a very random, they could tell you something like the beautiful butterfly, and you're expected to develop content for it. So I think this is the idea. The idea is to be able to make you creative so that when you're put in any type of condition, or when you see yourself in a particular situation where you are supposed to defend yourself, or you're supposed to give a presentation and you are not prepared, you can still be able to do something without fumbling or acting like a novice, or even acting like it was the first time or it's the first time you're doing it. So I don't know, I think we should be able to start now. So let me talk to our guest. Oh my God, I hope our guest is not having network issues, because it's not yet here. I just checked. Mr. Chijioke Otikpa, where are you? Ah. Guys, just just hold on, don't go anywhere. Oh. We'll be starting shortly. Oluwatoyin can't even put my feelings into words. Try, try and put your feeling into words, because you will have to do that. So I'm asking you how you're feeling, and you cannot put it into words. You have to, in fact, that's the first thing you should say. Put your feeling into words. So there are 15 of us here, and guys, I have to take a minute. Let me try and reach our guests, please. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I had to call our guests. I don't know. I feel like something went wrong. So he'll be coming on now. He had a wrong information about the timing, so he'll be coming on now. So let me just. He's trying to. Uh, where are we? I'm having just 11 persons here. Where are we? Guys, I'm sorry we are taking all this time this night. I don't know why he's delaying. Hmm. Oh, guys, living in Nigeria is hard. Okay, he's here.
uh,
Hey, God, you know I've been waiting for you.
you know what happened already now. You got tell them what happened.
So, guys, our coach Chijioke Otikpa is here. Hey, oh my God! Please make some noise in the comment section because me, I'll still off my video because I mean, people should not be focusing on my face. People should not be seeing my face, and we not get lights now. Bring light that they use. So, guys, Coach Chijioke is here. Please drop something on the comment section. Let me know if you can hear me and people can hear me because it's looking like there's a lag on YouTube that they hear after like say maybe 10 minutes or after I say 10 minutes after like 10 seconds or so. Okay. Yes. Drop it. Hope you can see the comment section. Chijioke. Mm.
No,
Hey
I can't.
Chijioke.
I can't see.
You can see the comment section. So it's only me that can see this comment
Yeah.
section. Why now? Hey. I thought my guests should be
Maybe
able to see it.
no, I can't see. Maybe you should
Okay,
be
no
doing
problem. Maybe I'll just be
interpreter
tapping
work.
it and I will just be tapping on anyone
Okay,
and
that,
clicking on
that
the
that's
screen.
that's that's better.
Uh, mm.
That's better.
Yeah. So guys, yes, we have him here with us and we have to start up now because I mean we're running short of time already. And we have to go and there are a lot of logistics that need to be put into place for tomorrow because to be hot this night and tomorrow is going to be the beginning of the drill. So, guys, join me to welcome Mr. Otikpa Chijioke. As you've watched the video rightly, you've seen his profile. He's not a small person. He's a leader of thousands on various platforms. So, it's a privilege to have you here, sir. So, take the stage and lead us. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So I'll turn on my camera briefly.
All right.
I'll turn on my camera very soon so that we can interact better. So yeah. One of the things, I don't know if you can see me.
Yes,
I know
can
it's
see you.
quite dark here. It's quite dark. I'll
Can
go
we
inside
can
very soon.
see we can see it's understandable. We're in Nigeria.
Okay. So like I was saying, one of the things I want to make you understand is that everyone is a speaker. You are a speaker. I listened to this, the trainer yesterday teaching about public speaking, and some of the things that I know you need to hear are things she has shared with you. Okay. So a lot of times the reason why people don't do these things well is that they assume it's one big thing, it's one heavy thing. Only professionals, so to speak, or only people who have made it in life supposedly do. But that's not the case. That's not the case. Public speaking is simply you expressing yourself, your ideas, you know, the content that you have to a group of people. And that group of people doesn't necessarily have to be more than, it doesn't have to be more than two, it doesn't have to be 10, it doesn't have to be 100. Okay. Two will readily make a group, right? So, that said, what I want you to understand is I'm going to be taking questions. So if there's any question, I would like you to just drop the question while I'm teaching. Okay, so that once I'm done, I can address every question at once. So any question that is asked, I would love to see it on the screen. I would love to see it
All
displayed on the
right.
screen. So yeah, because I think that would help me, that would lead me more into what I'll be talking about. But basically um I'll be talking about, I hope you can see me.
Yes.
I'll be talking about a few things when it comes to public speaking. One is how to introduce yourself, how to make a personal elevator pitch, as I would say, or personal introduction, and also things you should know if you are pitching a business. A few things. Um, I'm not a business coach per se, right? And I'm not really into that much into building businesses, but I've been privileged to work with a lot of business owners. I've been privileged to work with a lot of entrepreneurs, and I've seen one thing that they do wrong. When it comes to preparing elevator speeches or elevator pitches or talking about what they do or what their business is about, a lot of entrepreneurs get it wrong. A lot of them don't even know how to. Okay, so that's one of the things we'll be discussing tonight. And the other things, I would also chip in where necessary. That's how to create content. How to share. Am I still in the show? This one I cannot see
Yes, yes,
anybody's.
yes, yes. I
Okay,
just removed
okay,
mine
okay,
myself.
okay. So the next thing is how you can actually develop content fast. So you want to speak at an event and it's like impromptu, or let's say it's not something you really plan for. If they give you 2 minutes or 3 minutes to prepare for a speech, how do you do it? Okay, good. So
Your your mic is muted.
okay, don't mind me. My
All
phone
right.
fell out of my hand. So as I was saying
Sorry.
earlier, public speaking is simple. You must come to terms with that. Okay, public speaking is simple. It is not hard. It is not something you have to climb trees and mountains to do. No. Okay, be natural, be original, allow yourself to flow. Let me share a short story with you. And this is one thing that would help you as a speaker no matter what. I saw some people talking about anxiety and all that. There are some things you can do to rapidly eliminate anxiety. I stumbled on the speaker's session yesterday, the trainer, and she was already talking about overcoming the fear of public speaking and all. So I felt like, let me not go and repeat everything again. Now, when it comes to that anxiety, it is it is usually expected if you are either ascending thresholds or changing thresholds. I will explain what I mean. If you are going to be meeting a new circle that you are not used to, a new kind of audience you are not used to, okay, a new category of people that you are not used to, you may feel that fright. Okay, you may feel the fright when it comes to speaking. If you are okay, if you've been used to speaking to children and all of a sudden you are called to speak to adults, most times you get anxious, you feel the fright. Now, today I was to present for my physiotherapy. I currently intern at the National Hospital, and today was my turn to present. I was presenting on the surgical procedure, and before I came on stage, while my colleague was presenting, she went first before me on another topic. And before I came on stage, my heart started beating fast. I started having the symptoms of, glossophobia, that fear of public speaking, fear of standing in front of people and talking. And I was like, CJ, not you. Like, if there's anybody else, not you, not Amy coach, Amy public speaker, certified, internationally certified public speaker, come here and fumble, never. No. What will I tell them? That my hand is shaking. How will I explain it to them when I don't have Parkinson's? How will I tell them? Hmm, I couldn't. So one thing I did is I still remembered the basics. I still remembered the things I teach people, and it makes more sense when you actually practice these things on yourself and you watch them work. You see them work. It works like magic. Now I'll teach you something very simple. Before you go live, before you climb on a stage and speak before they're introducing you and people are clapping and you're like, oh my god, this is the end of the road for me. I'm gonna faint. Somebody catch me. No, before you actually mount that stage, there are things you can do, you know. And the one I did today, I'll share it with you. When it was approaching my turn, I was already getting anxious and nervous. Like my nerves were raging. Okay. In fact, to me, I at a point I thought I had passed that stage because I presented in front of a group of big people, like big people here in Abuja. I presented a startup in front of them. There was a start. I was part of a startup team for a startup as a brand representative and or brand marketer or whatever. So I attended the public speaking school, and there were like executive people, like people, top individuals there. So I thought I would feel nervous. Strangely,
Mm.
I climbed that place and I didn't feel shishi. Like I was looking at them and I'm like, I beg you, you people should listen to what I have to say. I dished out the content and then it was all over, you know. But here, this is my HOD, these are my senior colleagues, these are my fellow interns. Like we're all in this together now. What's up? But I still felt nervous, so I didn't panic. What I did is deep breathing exercises. What it does to your brain is it actually stimulates or it kicks off your parasympathetic nervous system. Don't worry about the big terminology. Okay,
Mm.
what that aspect of your nervous system does is to rest, is to which other thing? There are two major things, R and R. I've even forgotten the other one, but basically it controls rest. Okay, so your taking deep breaths will activate your parasympathetic nervous system and help relax your body, relax your nerves. Okay, yes, rest and digest. It's not R and R. I've remembered, rest and digest. Okay, so that is one of the ways you can activate that nervous system. Now, I took deep breaths. It's simple. Take a deep breath in through your nose, then out through your mouth. Now, nobody knew I was doing it because they'll be like, so even Coach CJ, Coach, Alpha, nobody knew. So I'll just take gentle, then through my mouth, I'll blow it out, release it. In fact, if you do this, even if you are not feeling nervous, you feel good somehow. It makes you feel good. So I did it, took in deep breaths. You can also do at some point taking deep breaths, then hold it for like 3 seconds, and then you release through your mouth. So you don't have to make it too obvious. And this one is a virtual competition, so you don't need to. Nobody will know. You will do it before you go live, or you will do it before you start recording, right? And another thing is, and not surprisingly, that was what I expected. It worked really well. It worked so well that I was able to get up the stage, manage the stage and everything, and do my presentation well. Okay, so you can use that. Another thing for you to understand is that people are humans. These people you are presenting to, or the people at the back end, the people who are receiving from you, they are human beings. Nobody is going to beat you or bite you for making a presentation. Nobody is going to bite you or beat you for expressing yourself. That's one thing you should understand. They are human beings. That's the most they can be. They can't turn to dogs and come and bite you. Nobody is going to come and beat you for sharing your idea or your opinion. Okay? So understand that there are many public speaking rules and tactics and this and that. They'll tell you to eliminate the ums, the ticks and tags, the word fillers, and all those things. Those are good, right? Semantics and syntactics of speaking, those are good. But you should also allow yourself to flow with the process, right? Understand that, yeah, you're going to make a few mistakes, but that's what makes you human after all. I started this talking about this. Yes, you must have seen my profile, international speaker, award-winning speaker, this and that, and then I'm still saying it's not that these things are good. Of course, I was taught over time, all the courses, all the programs I attended, replace your word fillers with pauses and all that. But you may not get it 100% as a speaker. You may not get it 100%. Your goal is not necessarily to get your speech delivered perfectly. Your goal is to communicate with clarity, is to communicate with confidence, communicate with competence. There are some other things that your audience will easily overlook. There are people who come and they present well, everything is perfect, Queen's English, but yet nothing was communicated. Nobody understands where they are going to. You know, the speaker will just carry you, they go where you don't know. But you have to, understand these things so that you can present or you can deliver well. Okay. So there are other things about speaking generally that you should know, things that will help you to stand out as a speaker. One is, I'm not going to be mentioning them in any particular order here, but one is you should understand who you are reaching out to. You should understand who you are speaking to. Okay. If you are going to speak somewhere offline, I know this is virtually, but yes, yes, thank you, Masonia. I know this is virtually, but if you are going to speak offline, you need to be able to know what your audience is like and what the environment is like. Who am I speaking to? Okay. What are their learning expectations? What are the objectives I need to touch? Okay. Don't just speak out of your imaginations, out of your whims, that, oh yeah, because I like this thing and I'm passionate about it, these people are obviously going to be passionate about it. you know Imagine coming into a room filled with people who are making six like averagely 6 to 10 million naira monthly, and you want to come and share with them how you are passionately earning 50K per month, because you don't know your audience. Because there are some things that when you know it about the audience you are going to speak to, or you're going to reach out to. Thank you, Stella. Thank you very much for prolific Stella. I appreciate. So once you know it about that audience, you may even reject the talk, or you may reject appearance. You may reject coming at all to speak anything. Okay, or you may modify the topic, because this is who these people are and this is what you deliver. Okay, if there's no meeting point, there's no need for it, right? So you should also learn to be simple. You should learn to be simple so that you can be clear. If people do not understand what you are talking about, it's power and simplicity, guys. If people don't understand what you are talking about as a speaker, one thing is bound to happen: they will get angry with you. They will get really angry and frustrated, you know
Yeah.
because what it does is, don't try to bamboozle. There are people that once they get on stage to speak, or once they get opportunity to even live session, they're speaking plenty grammar that people don't understand, because they are trying to bamboozle your audience. Your speaking is not to impress anybody. Your speaking is to sell an idea. Your speaking is to impact. Your speaking is to influence. Your speaking is to transform, not to bamboozle and impress. To tell people that, hey, I'm a graduate of international law, so you should understand that when I speak, I should add some terms that will confiscate and complicate you. No, everybody must know that I graduated easy to do pharmacy. So when I speak about personal development, i must uh, I must introduce the
Definition.
pharmacokinetics of your developmental faculties, so that you can reach out to the atropine like
Hmm.
nonsense. Nobody understands what you are talking about. Okay. So understand your audience, who you are communicating to. Break your speaking down in simple language. I made mistakes that I don't want anybody to make. Anybody I train, I don't want them to make that mistake. I went to do advocacy. mental health and drug abuse in a primary school, right? And they did not tell me. I mean, nobody told me earlier that I needed to calm down. I needed to calm down and understand who I am actually going to reach out to, their age grade, their problem, what makes them laugh, and all that. I didn't know. So I went, and with my zeal, then imagine where I collected the material I read for the advocacy from a
Hmm.
clinical psychologist.
Ah, ah.
Hey
Ah,
God,
ah.
I was, and the funny thing is, we had abnormal psychology for that year, that semester, and because the topic they invited me to come and teach those children mental health and drug abuse was part of that abnormal psychology, that, or not even abnormal psychology, no, psychiatry, medical rehabilitation, and something, something, something. So it was part of it. It was part of. I knew somehow they were related. So I took off and I read this paper. It was a research paper that he gave me, a complete research paper. I read it front and back. I thought I read everything there. In my mind, these children don't know me. I will finish you. I forgot the purpose of that outreach. So I learned and I went there. And luckily for me, I called on the organization, because that's where my brother works. I was able to get there, use my influence to attract them to that same school for that outreach. Now, the clinical psychologist who gave me the document came. So he was looking at me and I started. I was pouring. I was pouring. Like, that vibes, and I
Hmm.
was delivering the thing. I was hitting it front, back, left, right, center. So these children were just busy. Children can annoy you. They can make you lose your temper. Like, if you like, if you like, have a PhD in emotional intelligence.
Hmm.
Children, they can do things to you.
Harass you.
So I was looking, and this one is busy playing, this one is distracted, this
Hi.
one is distracting another person, this one is just looking out. I was like, what is this? After I did, there's nothing I did not do. I will shout, I will laugh, I will try to crack joke. There's nothing I will not do. But they tell me, say, no be you go tell us what we go do, oga, calm down. So after everything, I reclined, like I finished and I was about leaving. And the clinical psychologist told me, you have delivered like a professor. When you said you have delivered like a professor, I come Buga now. Like, I was happy. Yeah,
Mm,
now you come, you have given me the honor that is due. Give honor to whom honor is due. I was happy, but I failed. How did
hmm.
I fail? I did not communicate. I didn't communicate. Now, what made me know that you delivered like a professor was not, it wasn't praise. It was somehow sarcastic.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was somehow sarcastic. Eh, so they were not understanding. They were not understanding Shishi. I can tell you that one. So he told me I've delivered like a professor. Good. But these people are children. Are you sure they understand what you are talking about? Now watch me. I was watching him. He took over the stage and he started speaking to these children. He was cracking jokes. He was telling them about me. I said marijuana. I was even trying to be so accurate grammatically that I had to pronounce it correctly. Marijuana, not marijuana. You understand? So he came over and he called it Igbo. If you see the way the children were now, the way their attention span started coming back. And one thing you must understand as a speaker is you need to be able to grab attention span, to walk through people's attention span. Now, over time, I think about 2 years ago, research was saying that people attention span has moved from 12 seconds to 8 seconds. After some time, while taking a public speaking course, I found out, okay, they said it has moved from 8 to now 3 seconds. As I speak to you, I was in the hospital the other day, and one of my senior colleagues, one of my chief physiotherapists, was saying that they are now saying, me, I'm not sure, and they're now saying that attention span does not exist anymore because of TikTok.
Chai.
The recent
Chai.
study is saying, which I don't know where the recent study is, maybe I'll look into it later, but that they're saying that because of TikTok, you know, TikTok particularly, the attention span has finished. That people don't have attention span again because and come to think of it, it sounds logical, it sounds reasonable. You are just going through, scrolling, finding something to interest you. That is how you need to be as a speaker. You need to be able to grasp people's attention from their wandering thoughts. People are going to many places at a time. They are too We as human beings are too distracted. One moment you are thinking about this new movie, The Emperors, or which one? I heard one recently. They said is a House of Dragons. And people are like, this movie, House of Dragons, I'm like, you should calm down. You should calm down. Like, she is somebody that is acting. It's somebody that acted. Those people, they're acting it. So people are too distracted. The next moment you are talking, somebody is thinking about fufu and egusi soup. So you need to be able to tap into tap into the attention and grab it and own it. Control the room. You need to know when to reduce your tone and to increase your tone. These modulations affect the meaning in your words, the semantics. Okay, when you want to pass an important message and you feel I should drive this home, they should remember it, you can raise your voice a bit. When you want to charge people up, that's charging up, you can raise your voice a bit. When you want to call people's attention to something that symbolizes pain or or deep emotional connection, you can advance to the stage, to the audience. You can even lower yourself and and reduce your voice, kind of. These things you may not be able to do it virtually, okay, but it's good you also know. Now, I've given you a general overview on all these, and I would appreciate you ask me questions. I'll prefer you ask me questions, lead me anywhere, okay, and I'll answer your questions. It's better than assuming that what I'm talking about is what you need, right? So you can ask me questions. Um, Public speaking is something. It's very, very broad. It's very broad. I did not know public speaking was so broad until I had to do a course that was mandated me to watch over 600 videos. Okay, 600
Wow.
exactly.
Wow.
That was
Wow.
2020. That was 2020. I was motivated. I started the course. I got to video 300, right?
Wow.
And they called off. Is it that they called? No, they said we should resume. So they said COVID break has ended. So we are going back to school. At that point, I remember that my project, I'd almost forgotten my topic. My laptop was
Hmm.
packing dust, so many things. That was where I left it to. I abandoned the online course to go and rescue my life so I can at least graduate.
Hmm.
you know. So it opened my mind to the fact that public speaking is not just templated. It's not just one short thing. There's a lot to it, right? So I can't really exhaust it in a short time. So if you ask questions, I'll answer. Then let me go to you know I talked about business pitch, personal elevator pitch, and your topic, prepared topic. So you are given a topic to prepare for, and you have 5 minutes. I'll tell you what I do. This particular method, right? I have I don't like teaching it outside. I don't like teaching it for free. I don't like because I formed the model. It's what I use for most of my classes. It's what I use for
Wow.
it's what I use for most of my sessions. And that's one of my tiny little secrets. You know, if you know me before now, you must have been seeing my flyer almost everywhere. Today I'm speaking here, tomorrow I'm speaking here, tomorrow. If people wonder, do I even have a life? Like, do you have a social life? Your own job is just to be speaking from one place to another, one platform to another. Do you even have do you even have do you have babe that you can call at least and rest? Every time I'm speaking here, I'm speaking here. But at least now that we are still single, unlike some people, we can be doing some.
Rest, rest. Zukwanike.
Okay, don't mind me. I was just joking. I was just good things are good. When we see good things, we know, things are very good. So, like I was saying, yeah, like I was saying, um, that's one of the things that helps me. So I don't have to spend years preparing for one topic. I can pick up a topic, give me a topic now, I can prepare for it in 5 minutes. 5 minutes, like, don't add any second for me, and I'll come and deliver. What do? I use the what, why, how method, or what, why not, and how. W3H model that I developed. I developed it. Eh, I developed it. So, what does it mean? What? Give the general overview, right? Give the general overview. This works for almost anything. Presentation, it works for public debate, or not debate, whatever lecture you want to deliver, outreach lectures, personal lectures, and all that. So, give the general overview. Let's say you are talking about stroke, for example. No, not stroke. Let me use something else. You're talking about food business, for example, right? Or you're talking about food hygiene, right? Now, why am I using food since? No problem. Let's continue. You're talking about food hygiene, and the first thing you are talking about is introducing the concept of food, right? You are giving an overview, the background, what's the origin, what's the history, okay? Are there types? That's where it will enter. The overview, the etymology or whatever, introduce it there. At what level? The next one you want to do is why. Why? What are the benefits of food hygiene? Why should you be listening to me? Okay, what's the benefit of this presentation? Why do you need to listen? Why do you need to take your personal brand seriously? Why do you need to start learning online? Why do you need to start cooking your own food in your house? Right? You are talking about the benefits, the why the topic is important. Okay, the next one is why not. Why do people not listen to this? Why do people not heed to this? What is the challenge many people face? What keeps people from cooking their own food in their houses? What keeps people from branding themselves? What keeps people from using their profile picture as their profile picture? Why do people keep messing up their brands or doing something else? You know, contrary to what is right, judging from what you are presenting or teaching, right? Now, the next one is this is the main content. How? And that is why people came there. If you just end at what, why, and why not, you know what you did? You succeeded in carrying people and hanging them on a tree. You just hung them. You have told you your problems. Bye bye. Imagine going to a doctor and complaining, "Doctor, I have back pain. I cannot." And the doctor says, "Okay, okay, go and take an X-ray." And you take the X-ray and you come back, and he looks at the X-ray and says, "Oh, no, no, no. Now wow, this X-ray. You know why it has been like this? Because you've been doing so many strenuous activities. Now you are having spondylolisthesis at L4, L5. You are having disc herniation and protrusion to the left. You're also having there will be obvious signs of impingement here. So that is why you will be having radiculopathy and so and so. You At that point you don't understand any of these things, but at that point you are like, I'm dead. I'm dead. I am dead. My life has finished. But then the doctor now says, okay, oh yeah, take your reports. Bye. Bye bye. Like your own doctor, you know, says bye bye. That's the end. You are expecting him to at least tell you, what can I do to remedy the situation, right? How do I go about? What are the next steps from here? So you as a speaker, you are also trying to let people understand the real thing. How do I do this? How do I do that? How do I, you know, create more awareness? How do we do this? How do we stay healthy? What are the 4 tips or 5 tips you want to share as take home to these people? Okay. How do you get scholarships abroad? So let me say I want to use that for example. And I'm like, oh yeah, number one is definition. What is scholarship? And when the people start doing this or that, or you know, just introduction to what scholarships are, right? The next one is why. What are the benefits? Why should you leave this country on scholarship? You know, why they tell you monkey swallow 5 million. They tell you monkeys, snake swallowed 76 billion. This one, so I'm not tired of the swallowing. You need to be in a place where, please. I'm not fostering apathy or low patriotism or whatever. No, no. That's not what I'm doing. But these things are facing us. And when we see a spade, we call it a spade. We call stone stone. So something like that, you finish school and you can't even remember, you can't even understand what you studied in school because you know all the things you did, cram and pour, cram and pour. It doesn't make sense. Okay, you graduate and there's almost no job for you when some other countries are actually doing massive pull and trying to attract working force into their countries. Come on, if you have such opportunities, why don't you use it? So this is still at the why level, right? It's still at the why level. Even at the what level, you can talk about the types of scholarships that people can apply for and stuff like that. Then why not? Why people don't? Some people think, oh, it's expensive, or some people think they can't do it. Some people, their challenge is that they don't start working on their grades on time, okay, or they don't have the right grades, or they feel they can't get scholarships with a 2 2 or a 2 1 or something like that. So when you now get to the how, you can start addressing your why not. You can start addressing all the challenges. That's how I do most times. So with this, I'm able to just do a quick search if I am to prepare, or if I already have the content. Because one thing is this: public speaking comes from real public speaking comes from a state of overflow. You must be in your overflow state as much as possible. And how do you enter that overflow state? Please be a consumer of knowledge, be a learner, an addicted learner. Now, the reason is so that when you are ready to launch, when you are called upon, you won't fidget, you won't be in trouble. Okay? I invested so much in my learning. I invested recklessly in my learning. So much. You know. Now, because the knowledge is already here, right? It's already here. So I can bring it out and give you through the camera, right? I'm joking. I'm joking.
Yeah.
But the knowledge is already here, right?
Yeah.
And if I want to use it, all I need is an outline. And most times, what puts people in trouble is that they can't find that outline. They don't know how to go about the outline. They want to think, oh, I want to write it. Even for writing a book, you can still use this model. So I want to create a course. I want to create a program, or they invited me to speak somewhere and they told me to talk on this. I don't know what to talk about. Where do I start? What do I talk about? You need a framework. Okay. So because it is here, there are some events I was invited for, you know, and I looked at the title that they called me to come and speak, and I'm like, oh wow, okay, okay, good. I know within my heart of hearts that if not that I know that thing, I don't have time to prepare, but I'll leave it. And 3 minutes to the time, I'm not, I kid you not, like I'm not trying to bamboozle you here. But 3 minutes to the time, I pick up my pen and my journal, my paper, my book, and I write down outline, skeleton. I will not write any, I will not explain anything there, right? And from a skeleton I draft in 3 minutes, I can speak for 3 hours. I've done that more than 4 times within the past 2 months or so. One was a business summit, the other one was for salespeople. It was on sales, storytelling, and sales, and all that. I just picked up my phone, put some things in Google Doc, just an outline. Why can I do that? I have a framework and I have the knowledge. That's why you must ensure to fill up your mind, fill up your head, fill it up, so that in future you will not have to be running around too much. You won't have to be running around too much. Okay, so that is it. I've taught you this one. This is one of the ways I prefer to. I did instructional design. I was introduced to AD model of instructional design and all that stuff. You know, I learned all those things. I was fascinated by instructional design, but I found out that a lot of these methods were kind of boring and unnecessary. Trying to repeat those things the way it has been done. I said, no, why not sit down and think of something that I can relate more with, right? And I did that, and I got an amazing result. So you too can find your own way of expressing yourself, or you can adopt this, of arranging your whatever, creating your content for what you want to speak on, your calendar or your outline, right? Now the next thing is, how do I introduce myself when people ask me? How do you go about introducing yourself, talking about what you do? Okay, you saw my bio, the way they read the bio, and it was like, this is nice, this sweet. Okay, a lot of people don't know how to write something like that. A lot of people don't know how to introduce them. When they ask, okay, what do you do, right? What do you do? A lot of people end up in trauma. Just that question. What do you do? And the funny thing, I've come to understand that even a lot of university graduates don't know the answer to that question. So sometimes when I meet people, I just use it and tease them. I'm like, oh, I'm Chijioke. I'm Chijioke Otikpa. Nice to meet you. I would like to know what you do. And they're like, ah, I'm an intern. Oh, I'm an intern. This like intern. Okay, like okay. So, like, what do you do? Or like, what are you about, or something? Or tell me about yourself. And people go like, oh no, no, it's time for the earth to bury me. There are people that, even, and these questions are so important, even in at job interviews, you go and they ask you what you do or tell me about yourself. A lot of people don't know what to say, they don't know what to answer. Okay, so I'll be sharing some things that will help you here. It does not have to be so rigid. It doesn't have to be so rigid um when you are doing these things, right? Now let me give you an example with myself. Okay, I'm Chijioke. You can give a short introduction. Chijioke Otikpa, I do this and that. I'm a life coach, a professional speaker, and a trainer, right? Now you can start talking about what you really do. Now, in terms of who you help, right? Who you help, what you help them do, okay? Or it could be what you are building, but who you help, what you help them do, right? How you help them, and the vehicle you use to help them, okay? Who do you help? You can say, okay, I help single. I no, let me not. Okay, I help I help young people reposition themselves to access global opportunities. Okay, something like this. It's an example. It's an example, right? You can come also to say that this is how you help them. You can define the state of the people you help, or the person you help, the ideal individual, the persona you have in mind. Okay, I help individuals who are transitioning from, to maybe from graduation to early work years. You help them access global opportunities and scholarships or something like that. And how do you do this? Okay, I've created, or I have a community committed to doing exactly this. Or I have written books, created courses, and launched programs that would help so and so, you know, and then call people to action, right? If you would want to work with me, this is how you can work with me, or this is how you can reach out to me, or this is a group to join my community, right? This is a simple introduction of yourself. But don't worry if you feel like, oh, I don't have all of the wonderful stuff going on like Coach CJ. I don't have all of these things. How do I start? I like don't. Some people will tell you, I don't have experience. I don't have any experience. Like I'm starting from scratch. It's almost zero. How do I go about introducing myself? Okay, you can still talk about what fascinates you. You can talk about what you are passionate about. Okay, you can call yourself an enthusiast. You don't have to be a professional this or professional that. You don't have to call yourself coach if you are not. You don't have to call yourself business guru or brand strategist if you are not. You can identify as a as an enthusiast. Okay, this is what I. You can make it more personal. This is what I love to do. You know, this is what I would want to do, or this is what I want to build in future. This is what I enjoy thinking about. Okay, I'm getting started in tech, or I'm getting started with tech, and I'm currently learning HTML and CSS programming, and in future I hope to be able to design, you know, multiple websites for school owners or something like that. Just have a purpose behind that page. Okay, there should be a purpose to it, a purpose behind the pitch. Who do you really want to help? Your pitch is not necessarily about you, it's about other people. Okay, it's beyond you. So if you make your pitch all about you, it's going to be boring. If you make it look like a CV, there's a difference between CV and resume. Yeah, there's a difference, but I won't go into that. If you make your pitch like a CV that contains almost all your life details that you feel are relevant, you're talking about your all the awards you won in secondary school and tertiary university days and what have you. It's not meant to be like that. It's going to be super boring because it's all focused on you, right? But if you are if you want to make it more outstanding, you can focus more on other people, how you help others, what your brand as a person is doing, for people. Now, you can also emphasize on the metrics. That's one of the ways you can stand out. Okay. I don't know if you were hearing.
Yeah.
Don't mind you. Children will turn you to children.
Hmm.
Okay, so yeah, I'm not married though. I don't have a child who is my niece. Let me clear the air just in case. So just in case,
In case.
now, in case,
Okay.
just in case somebody's watching. So please hold on for me. So like I was saying, you have to make your pitch about other people, how you help, and you can add emphasis on the metrics. Okay, that you've trained thousands of people, or you've trained 10 people, or you've trained 20 people, or 100, or something like that. It makes you appear more interesting. Okay, and realize that when you are introduce yourself in a way that is relevant to the audience you are introducing yourself to. I'm coming to this event as a public speaker. Okay, You won't see so much about my life coaching activities and history in the pitch that was sent. I know there's an image that contained my bio that they sent. I did not send, it was intentional. Okay, I didn't send the pitch about everything I do in this my life. No, I do so many things, so many. Sometimes I can't even count. But what I am presenting as depends on my environment per time, depends on the need for me to position myself in that manner. So this is a public speaking event. I had to come in that direction to position myself. Okay, if it is an event for educators, for teachers, it you will see a totally different thing here. The mistake a lot of people make is that they think, just the way they make it in job applications, you think one resume will get you every job. It's not true. Your resume has to be tailored. Your entry level CV, your resume is the shorter version, usually 1 to 2 pages. It should be a summary. Most jobs that they're calling you, I don't even know why I'm going this length to differentiate, or most of the jobs you are applying while you are coming out from school, they are entry level jobs, and entry level jobs require entry level applications. You can't be submitting 7 page, 8 page CV for a job. You will not get it. You will hardly ever get such an opportunity. Most times, most employers or most hiring managers, recruiters, once they see a resume that is more than two, three, more than 2 pages, they will trash it when they are getting thousands of applications. They want to be able to look at a glance. In fact, a lot of people even get great jobs with just a page resume, 1 page. It's here in Nigeria that they don't really teach these things, and a lot of people don't even know. So once they say submit CV, people will be submitting 13 pages, 19 pages. I want to show
Mm.
them everything they've done in their life. That's not how it's done. So you have to be able to tailor it to the occasion, to the situation, as the situation needs, as the situation demands. In fact, when I come and ask you what you do, right, and you tell me, majority of the time I am going to tell you what I do based on what you do.
Mm.
Okay, so if I meet you and you tell me, oh, I'm a teacher, I teach in so 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 and so school, my identity changes immediately, right? I tell you how much I help teachers, how I train teachers, or how I help teachers make money from their knowledge or monetize their skills or whatever. Okay, that's the aspect I may want to introduce to you. I'll talk about my passion for education, or my passion for the education industry, the education space. These things are not hard. Just sit down and allow yourself flow, reconnect, like, just allow it flow. Write something about yourself, try to explain yourself on paper. Okay, talk about what you do, talk about what fascinates you, talk about what you want to get into, depending on the stage of your career, what you want to get into, what you want to do, what you want to build, who you want to help. Okay, I look forward to helping individuals who are struggling with mental health issues, or who have been sexually abused. I look forward to helping such people regain their lives. Right? That's what you are doing on the personal side. Now, when it comes to business, when you are asked to talk about your business, so pitch your business, like I said, I've worked with a lot of business owners, a lot of entrepreneurs. I've been at startup contests, like people had to pitch their business ideas and stuff. And as much as I have not pitched by myself, I have not pitched, but I have observed. you know. And if you watch this Lions Den, the Titans, and the rest of them, you would also get a lot of inspiration and see what people are doing wrong and what they are doing right. That's one of the ways you can actually grow in this thing. So in one of the events I attended, the the what's it called? The guy was actually being so rude, so I don't know how to put it, but he was all over the place. He was kind of scattered. So you have to be able to gain composure. You have to be able to put yourself together. You have to be able to articulate what your business is actually doing. What's the purpose of that business? What's the purpose of the business? Right? Now, you are also thinking, how much have I personally invested in this business? You are thinking, is the business registered? You don't need to say if it is not, but if your business is registered, it's a plus. If it is registered particularly as a limited liability company, because you don't expect angel investors, or you don't expect any form of investors to come and be investing in a business name. I learned this thing, this particular one, I learned it recently in an event I attended in Abuja. Most pitch contests, or most investors will most likely invest in a limited liability company, not a business name, not a sole proprietorship, because they feel you carry their money and run away. There's no continuity. Okay, I hope this is making sense. I hope you're not feeling
Mm.
sleepy like me. I'm
Yes,
feeling
sir.
sleepy small, but I promised I promised grateful that I would not sleep off.
Sleep off. We
If
have
I
some
sleep
few
off,
more minutes
this one is
remaining.
video. Oh, interesting. This one is video. You will catch me. So, I'm not seeing anybody's comments. Have they run away? Obio, please tell me.
Sorry, they've
Not.
been,
Oh,
they've been,
sorry, not
they've
Obio.
been,
Sorry. Grateful.
they've been putting up comments. So they've been putting
Okay.
up
Oh,
comments. I've just not been
interesting.
tapping. They've been putting up
Interesting.
several
Oh,
comments.
beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, good. So, yes. Oh, lovely. I'm seeing a lot. I'm seeing a lot. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, when it comes to business, you've understood where you are going as a business owner. You've understood who you want to help. Make it clear. Okay, this is how much, because if you cannot invest in your business, people cannot invest in your business. That's the truth. You can't expect to just start one thing like this, and you think, oh, in my head I make calculations like this guy. What's his name? Smart move. What's his name? Can you remind me his name?
Who is that?
Investor Sabinus.
Okay,
Investor Sabinus.
Sabinus.
You just make calculations like Investor Sabinus, and you shout smart move. My business will blow. And no, that's not how it works. Okay, you have to be able to show the metrics you've invested in your business. Now, for the purpose of this competition, I don't think that is going to be a strong criteria. This is a public speaking training. It's not like a business training, a business whatever. It's a public speaking training. As much as it's going to be stretching you into other things, you would want to research too. You would want to find out more. You want to find out how to make better presentations. Okay, you want to probably make your slides if it comes to that. Then, like I said, you should be able. Grateful. Does it have to be okay? I don't even. Let me not ask this question I want to ask. Let me not ask it.
Mm,
But
okay.
let me not ask it. But
Okay.
if I'm just trying to give a general background on if somebody asks you to pitch your business. Okay, these are things you have to know.
Okay.
But if it is a public speaking contest and you are probably asked to pitch a business idea, I don't think it should be exactly what you have started. Maybe they would, it would be something you can fabricate. Maybe. Okay. So, however, the instructions will come. I don't know how it's going to come. I have no idea, zero idea. But the instructions will come for you to follow. Now, you should be able to tap into your audience's emotions. You should be able to connect with their emotions. You should be able to also use a story to buy the audience. There are some people that, when you say talk about your business, my business is shoe. I sell shoe. I sell, even if you want human hair, I sell, if you might, I sell fufu, anything you want, just I sell everything. No, no, no. You're not really connecting with my emotion that way.
Mhm.
Okay. Now imagine you are starting a business, and the business is going to be something like food delivery. For a strange reason, I have been using food today. Just
Hi,
bear with me.
coach. It's like you're
Bear
hungry.
with bear with me. I'm not hungry. I just ate beans.
It looks like it.
but,
Too.
but bear with me. Just bear with me, okay? But you can use stories to buy your audience from your first statement.
Mhm.
That is even what's more recommended. Okay. You are starting with an emotional trigger, a story that they can relate with. Now, let me give you an example. Food business delivery. Um, how do I put it now? Okay, I'm trying to find a pinpoint that I can hit very hard, and tell a story. Or probably let me say I want to start an academy. Like this one is one that flows easily with me. I don't like food like that. But
Okay.
let me use let me use academy as a prof that I am. So I can start with. In fact, I did this one time. There was one event I attended here in Abuja, and they were like, anybody here wants to come out and give a business idea, a quick, rapid business idea, and you did not prepare for it, jump out. I say, sure, opportunity has come. And I came out. And I started with, I hated school. I hated school. Immediately I said I hated school, man, it was like I had fans there. Everybody, most people could relate with that particular statement. I hated school, you know. And okay, I'll answer this question. Olamilekon, I'll answer the question. What do I do if I run out of idea on a topic? Okay, I'll answer the question. Now, immediately I said I hated school. Some people even started clapping. So I was like, if not even if, I was like, going to school, going to the university made me realize that it's a lot of pain, it's a lot of struggle, it's a lot of, frustration surviving in the regular Nigerian university and in most universities of the world. You know, going to school and coming out feeling less competent, feeling like I should have done more with my life made me feel bad, you know, and they're talking about practicals, talking about so many things, and you come out feeling less empowered. You come out not having much to defend. I mean, you barely can defend yourself as a university graduate. So when I finished talking about that tiny introduction, giving a little introduction, it was more, forget this I'm doing here. It was more like it came out nicer, it came out smoother than it's coming out now. So after saying that, I was like, that is what prompted me. That is why I decided to start my own academy, which is actually going to be a major competitor. It's going to be a crusher for the Nigerian university system,
Hmm.
where people do not have to spend 6, 7, 8, 9 years before actually gaining clarity and launching out in their lives, in their careers, and their businesses. Okay, where people will be put on a systematic, well defined training program that will take barely 6 months to a year, and they come out competent, confident, and ready to make money. Something like that. And when I was done, somebody was like, come, I want to connect with you. They did not even care whether what I said was true or just presentation. But he was
Mm-hmm.
like, this is it for me. I want to connect. He took my number, so that's what you want to do. You can use a story. Oh, my mom's wig fell off on the road, and people are like, you've caught their attention. They want to know why the wig fell off on the road, and you now tell them, that is, that you felt the embarrassment, the shame that day, and all that, and we couldn't even go and pick it. Wig that she bought for 45,000, and then you don't come up with your own this thing. That is why you started going. You went into importation of wigs that actually have clip that you can clip to the back of your ear. Me, I don't know all these things. Oh. This one is imagination. Me, I don't know how to. Which whether I don't have a sister. Don't come and blame me for anything I say. Whether they clip it at the back of the ear or the mouth, I don't know. But you cannot say that your own has grip. It has a firm grip or something that can be attached to somewhere. You've connected the story to a message.
Mm-hmm.
You've connected the story to a purpose. Okay,
Mm.
and then when you are done, how can people work with you, or how can people support you? In this sense, you may be pitching for support. Okay, what will this amount of money do for me? Or I have been able to invest over 7,000 naira in my business, and this is the profit I made. This is a killer in startup pitches. You know, how much you put into your business shows them the amount of effort that you want to make. It shows them how serious you consider that your baby, that your business, right? And if you
Mm-hmm.
can invest that much into your business, it means that your business is worth investing in by other
Yeah.
people. So this is how much I have put in. You must have been able to do due diligence with research. I have gone here and gone here and gone here, and I found out that these are the problems people are having. Right? I have asked these questions and these questions. I found out that this is what the market needs. I have gone here, and I found out that this is what my competitors are doing. This is what my competitors are doing well, and this is what they are not doing well that needs to serve the market.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And you are able to put these things, these facts out, and tell them what I need now after investing so and so and making so and so. This is the profit margin of the business. What I need now is a capital of so and so, right? What I need now is probably 30,000 naira to buy chicken feeds to continue feeding my chicken. And at the end of the day, I'm sure because from one chicken I made that calculation, that profit calculation. Do you want to see it? They want to see the impact. Okay, what impact does your business have on any sector, whether it is political, whether it is education, whether it is what else, entertainment, but at the end of the day, what profit is your business bringing? How will it benefit the world? How will it benefit the society? How will it benefit you as a person, or even the investors at some grade? Okay, so that's what you want to do. So I hope this made sense. It didn't look to me like my conventional public speaking training, uh particularly because I decided to answer this three, go into these three. It's a quite interesting aspect of it. Yeah. So I'll take questions now. I'll take questions, I'll take feedback, anything. Yeah. So my grateful would
Mm-hmm.
would take over from me. So let me quickly answer this question. What do I do if I run out of idea on a topic? Man, there's a lot of things you can do. You can ask a question, you can ask your audience a question. Okay, I'll answer this too. Oluwatoyin, I'll answer this, Modupe. You can ask your audience a question, you can engage them, you can tie back. What do I mean by tie back? You can go back to, to what you have already discussed before and kind of make a summary, an overview, an analysis of what you've already discussed before. Okay, you can ask for feedback. Sometimes you need to catch yourself again. You need to restore your antenna, right? You need to come back. So one of the things you can do is to ask the audience, throw it to the audience. Okay, does anybody have question? I will wait at this point for feedback. And you are waiting, you are using style to also connect again. You're using style to think of what to say, right? So you can take those pauses, wait for feedback, throw it to your audience. You can crack a joke, you can do icebreakers. Top recommended. Okay, okay, I've been speaking for 30 minutes, I've been speaking for 45 minutes. Our health professionals say it's not good for you to be sitting for 45 minutes straight, so you should break it so that you don't incur a lot of pain and damage to your body because you are sitting for long. So let's stand and stretch, particularly if there's a stipulated amount of time and you feel like you can still cover up within that time. But if not, if you are not really skilled at delivering without a script, please use scripts. That is one thing that will help you. You know, if you are running out of ideas on a topic, speak with script. See, it's called ethical cheating in public speaking. It's called ethical cheating. So you could be looking. Do you know how newscasters cast news? Do you know when I was younger, I was thinking that these newscasters are the smartest people in the world because I felt like, man, these people crammed all these things. They cram all of them, and then when they come, so I am Simon Pussy, and this is what is happening in the United States of America. That guy that's always twisting neck in is it Channels TV or AIT? I don't know, that white guy. So You will not see him reading from somewhere. You won't see him reading from, but they're actually, there's something called teleprompters. Those things are screens in their front that projects every wording, everything word for word. And even if they make mistake, they will not show you. The news one, the some of them you are seeing, they're edited, except it's live news and it's professionals that deliver it, but it is displaying on their teleprompter to go along with their voice. So if these people at that their level can read out from a teleprompter, why not use a script? Why not use one thing that, even in debates, in some debates they allow you to use a sheet. I just pulled out this one now. I don't even know where it came from, but at least it's coming in handy. So you can use a sheet of paper and write down points, talking points. Okay, one of the things that makes you a good speaker is your ability to create, ability to use your imagination to create things to say. But
Mm-hmm.
you cannot just be taking risks of trying to pull the stunt, coming in unprepared. Don't try it. Oh, you can embarrass your ancestors. You know, prepare well, then have a script. Okay, number one, number two, just like PowerPoint. And you can use PowerPoint if you can, if there's provision for it, projector or something. You can use your phone. I've seen events people attended, guest speakers, and they use these are like top speakers, but they use their phone. They were just looking at the points on their phones and they were going on. So you can use something as simple as a sheet. Okay, so the first point I have here says judiciary arm of government has a role to play in so so and so. So yes, this is what I want to say. This is what I want to prove to you, or this is what happened in 1982, and that. You continue from there because the content you have already read and read and read, right? And that's what I advise you to do. Read from different sources, gather the knowledge, then have an outline. Practice with an outline. Practice what you want to say. Okay, so um even when it comes to virtual, the first video I did on YouTube, my first video on YouTube, I wrote everything, almost everything on my whiteboard, and I put my phone like this. So if I am looking at my camera, you would think I'm looking at my camera, but I'm actually looking at the whiteboard, and you will not know. The way I'm looking now, I'm just, let me pretend that there's a whiteboard in front of me, and I'm looking at it. Okay, I'm looking at it clearly, but if this camera hole, which is where you should look at if you are doing virtual sessions or you are speaking virtually, look into your camera hole. It simulates eye contact, which is very important in public speaking. And if you are in an offline event, you are speaking physically and people are seated there, you need to maintain eye contact. If that makes you nervous, you can hack eye contact. What do? Look people in the bridge of the nose or in between the forehead, right? In the middle of the forehead. That way, you're not looking at their eyes directly and stimulating that nervousness and anxiety. You can split your eye contact if you are not speaking, if it is physically offline. You are looking at this person, you are maintaining eye contact with this person, and you are shifting your eye contact, you are zoning your eye contact across the room because you can make people uncomfortable by staring at them for too long. Okay, imagine somebody that wants to sleep and mistakenly, for no reason, your eye contact now decided that it will land there. Person is troubled by sleep and the sleep is coming with force, or you are just there
Mm.
staring. Person will get angry with you. So you want to be zoning your eye contact. And if you are, like I said, if you are nervous, you can use this, right? So if you are speaking virtually, use this hole here. Look into it. Don't be tempted to be looking into the screen and looking at your face. So people are not going to actually connect with what you are saying. They will be wondering, oh, is this person reading from somewhere? Right now, even if I want to read from somewhere, let's say I have a whiteboard and there's something written on it, I will just be looking at my camera hole, then take my eyes off my camera hole to the background. This way you are still, I don't know if you see my eyes. Let me increase my phone brightness. I didn't want to bring out my ring light today because I'm tired setting and resetting all those things. Ike will. So let me show you. Okay, this is the way my eyes look. this is eye contact. I'm looking at the camera screen, at the camera hole. Now, if I have something in my at the background, I can adjust my eyes. Now I'm looking at my background, or you probably don't know. Okay, I'm looking at my background clearly, or you probably don't know. It's still in that direction. Okay, so you can, work with these little tips, and then it's going to definitely work for you. Okay, so I've answered the previous question. Use an outline. Use an outline. Use an outline. It helps. Use an outline. Okay, and Oluwatoyin Modupe, fastest way of gathering ideas on a topic you haven't come across before or know nothing about. Search. That's the fastest
I
way.
think you
Just
have
search. Go
talked
to
about
Google.
that now. Abby? Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I talked about it when I was teaching what, why, how. Right.
Yes, yes. I'm
Good,
impromptu.
good. So it's just go to Google, type all the what is this? You'll see things there. What is this one?
Yeah.
You'll see things. Gather, just read up, take courses. That's also what will help boost your knowledge. Okay, you can just go and type that thing that you want to do. You will see a lot of articles. Read like four of them. Read like four, five of them. Find out what's the common thing they're always talking about. You know, so that's it. What advice can you give someone who is not naturally outgoing or an introvert with bad public speaking experience but really passionate about public speaking? Beautiful question. Beautiful question. Absolutely beautiful. Now, the advice I will give the person is you are passionate about public speaking. You want to really do public speaking. If that is a yes, please start start becoming or start absorbing public speaking as a skill. Start absorbing it. See, there are many great speakers who are introverts. You must first understand that your introversion is not a crime, it's not a sin, it's not a bad that you are introverted. That's one thing you have to understand, right? Now, another thing is there's something I tell people about weaknesses and strengths. Understand your weaknesses so that you can you can you can work on. There's something I call essential weaknesses. No,
Why are
don't
you
worry
yawning
about
like
me.
that? Don't worry, you're rounding up. I think this should be the last question, then we'll close for today.
Okay, okay. If there's any other, if there's except people are tired of me, oh, but if there's any other, I will answer. Don't worry about me. Honestly, don't worry. So,
No problem.
like I was saying, there's something I choose to call essential weaknesses. If there are weaknesses you have noticed, or let me say intrinsic, there are weaknesses you have noticed that you need you really need that area of your life to function for where you want to go. Okay, so you need that area of your life to function. I was yawning while you were yawning. The chemical whatever. So you know that this is a must. This is what I want to do in my life. This is what I want to where I want to go. So I must face that weakness squarely. Opportunity cost, alternative forgone, scale of preference. These are little things I picked up from the small economics I did. Not up to or even up to 3 days class or 2 days class in economics. But I was able to pick out those things. Life is all about sacrifices. Okay, if you're not naturally outgoing, if you are introvert, connecting with people may be a difficulty, may be a challenge. Speaking in public may be a challenge, but it comes at a cost. It will cost you opportunities. It will cost you people. It will cost. In fact, the truth is, majority of the time, people who don't know how to express themselves are seen as less smart, and they don't tend to get most of the opportunities they want to go for. So you understand the cost. You must start working on those intrinsic weaknesses. When it comes to weaknesses that are extrinsic, weaknesses that are not essential, weaknesses that will not really affect your life, you say you're not going to do it, it will not cost you anything. You can outsource those ones. You can outsource those ones. You can outsource slide presentation. You can somebody did my slide for me. I don't like doing slides. I don't like doing slides. In fact, it's even recently that I started learning. I've tried learning, it no gree enter. I was like, what kind of trouble is this one? I don't like doing graphics. I don't like doing my graphics. So I was able to outsource the ones I don't like. Okay, let other people handle it for me. Now, I've answered the question. I think I've answered the question. Try and there's something called exposure therapy. I call it threshold expansion technique. Okay, when you are something is not your thing, when you are not used to connecting with other people or not used to speaking in public, don't give up. Right? What you will do is start introducing that thing to yourself in thresholds. Or yeah, say hi. Come and teach them public speaking. Yeah, good, good. It's okay. It's okay. Thank you. Thank you very much, baby. Uh-huh. So, like I was saying, um, you keep expanding thresholds. You keep gaining thresholds, right? You allow yourself to speak in a group of three people, progress to speaking in a group of five or six or 10. Then you can continue doing it until you get used to it. Okay, realize that you will feel nervous. Yes, you feel nervous, you feel anxious. Okay, you feel troubled while trying to speak, but embrace that, embrace those pains, embrace that fear, and do it afraid. Keep doing it afraid till you get used to it. That's one of the purposes of this challenge and this training, to help you actually come out of your shell. Okay, go live on Facebook. That's one of the ways you can break that threshold. Go live on Facebook, share your knowledge, just open up and talk. Say hello, anybody available, let's discuss. Okay, anybody who wants to show up in my life, let's talk about some things. Or I'm going to talk about my a topic I love so much today. Join me live, let's discuss. Do it afraid. A lot of my mentees who ended up starting wonderful things, some of them have started their own businesses, some of them are doing really well, a lot of them are doing well. And I remember the point I gave them. I remember the point I gave them assignment tasks. Go to Facebook, go live, record yourself, post the video live. You know, a lot of them felt like, no, 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 sir, I cannot do this, I cannot do that, I can never in my life ever do that. I say, sure, you are either doing it or you are leaving my inner circle. You choose one. And they were forced to go live. And what they realized is that they were able to do it once, and many of them, that one experience changed everything for them. That one experience that, oh, you've been able to do this. Ah, you've been able to do this, and n- you've been able
Coach,
to
oh
do
yeah,
this.
round up, so that we close for tonight.
I'm done. This is my last. This is my
All
last.
right, sir.
So they're like, you've been able to. This baby has made me forget what I wanted to say. Oh God. Okay,
About
I
doing a
think
live
I'm
on Facebook, yeah.
good, good, good. Yeah, yeah. They were able to, fall in love with the whole thing. They were able to cope, and they discovered that, yeah, it's not as bad as they thought. Nobody, nobody came to fight them. That, hey, you shared your knowledge and you typed some and you talked about something. Nobody came to fight. Nobody came to complain. It just went like that. So a lot of your fears are not actually worth the fear. They are not worth being afraid of. Okay? So step out. Step out. That's the best thing you can do for yourself. Step out. Step out in step out in levels. Step out in levels. It's okay. It's okay. I'm done.
Guys, guys,
It's
I
alright.
mean,
Thank
it's not
you.
easy.
Thank you.
Someone said children will test your patience as well. It's so nice. Like I'm so glad I was able to stay from the beginning to the end. Like as usual, I was not expecting less anyway. Isn't it you? Guys, he's my coach. Oh. He's my coach. If you've seen my recent published book on, okay, it's not yet on Amazon. If you've seen my recent published book that is about to be launched, I kind of sat up again to finish that book after he talked to me. He was like, Only mama, start
Oh,
now. Stop the
I,
perfectionist thing. Start. I've not told him, but yeah, that was one of the reasons I had to stand up and say, okay, grateful, you have a deadline to finish that book, and So yes,
I'm so
you're always
happy.
ready to over deliver, and so you should always check up on him. You can reach out to him, connect to him, save his number. If his WhatsApp will allow you, because his WhatsApp is always plenty messages, and just reach out to him anywhere you can and all that. So, I mean, thank you so much for this night. This was amazing. This was massive.
Thank
This was
you.
great. This was great. Yes. And I mean, we've gotten a lot. Hmm. Guys, I can't wait for tomorrow. I can't wait to listen to the speeches people will be dropping. Like the content, please make use of what you've learned in this session. Make use of what you've learned last section. Don't let your peers overwhelm you. Don't let your fears overwhelm you, or don't let what you've heard in the past or your introverted nature. Yeah, like you said, there are a lot of public speakers out there that are introverts. This is not even an excuse. That you're an introvert doesn't mean you can't speak well. It just means that maybe within your circle, you are that one that is always reserved. But when you have to deliver, it's just like you tell me you don't know how to run, and then fire is burning. Hey, wow, you will run now. You will run. So when you have to do what you have to do, or you're not the type that can talk too much, but when it comes to asking for money, you say that you can talk. So when there is a need for it, or when there's a need for something, make use of that nature that is in you. Put that nature in you into put that nature in you into use and try to maximize it and get the best. If you think you're an extrovert, sorry, you're an introvert, and that's the reason why you can't be a public speaker, that should be a challenge to you. That should be something you could even build a brand about, the ability to be a better public speaker despite or regardless of the fact that you're an introvert, to break through that norm that people have in their head. So it could be something that could propel you to voice out and break that stereotype or that cliche that introverts are not good public speakers. That's a very false myth. Yeah, so thank you so much again for tonight. I really appreciate. So this video will be left for like 24 hours. After that, I might remove it from my YouTube channel because I don't want to be having a video that is this long of my channel. I use my channel for other things, and it's going to be a whole lot of detrimental if I leave it something that is this long on my channel and it's not edited. So, like I say, thank you so much, and thank you so much for everyone that stayed through. I mean, we had up to 28 persons here at the point. Now we're like 19. So you really, I mean, did well in staying true. So please go to the comment section on the group chat and drop your comments, drop your reviews. How was the section? I would want me to see it, to read it. How was the section? If you've been watching, how was the section? You can still leave it here, but then I would appreciate it more on the comment section in our group chat. How was the section? And what did you get from this section? And please, I will drop the schedule again for the competition. Guys, it's starting tomorrow. I can't refund you your money if you miss out. You should know now. You've registered, so you've registered. So don't say I did not know when they dropped the topic, or I did not know when they told us to do this. Please, I beg you, follow the schedule and try to be checking up the group chat so that you know when, because the judges are ready. They are ready. The topics are ready. So if you've listened to everything that I've said here yesterday, I say you should be able to do something nice. I don't even feel like ending this, but I have to end it. Thank you so much, guys, and I'm so glad to have you here. Let me get with my husband.
Oh, oh.
All right, okay, good night. Thank you so much, guys.
Good night, good night. And Victoria, good night. I see your comment. Thank you very much. Thank you. Good night, everybody.